All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, my crypto family and friends. Hope you guys are doing all right. So once again, we are very eager to know what Bitcoin is about to do. Um, yeah, Saint Elmo. Yeah, we also have a beautiful day here in Belgium. It started off rather cold, but by the end of the day, once past the 4 o'clock area, it started to clear up and to get warmer. So yeah, let's hope we have some sunny days ahead of us. And this is also what the people watching the Bitcoin chart are thinking, probably. Let's hope we have some sunny days ahead of us. Well, let's analyze this whole thing. So we're gonna reset all these levels. We're gonna look for potential divergences, and then we are going to try and see if we can make some sort of a plan for the future so that we kind of know what to do and where to set our stop losses and let's talk strategy and all this stuff. All right, so I'm gonna roll the the intro, and then I will see you guys in a little while. Also, remember, hit those likes, please, subscribe, and use the bell notification so that you know exactly when I'm coming live. And the likes is not only for the YouTube channel to help it grow, it also warms my heart, and it's a small gesture. So thank you very much for doing so. I will see you right after the intro. All right, we are back. Well, thank you very much. 5 viewers at the moment, 4 likes. Thank you very much, guys. I dearly appreciate this. So, like I said, we're gonna have to reset all these levels. Nothing is going to match up anymore. You, homie, you were pasting my stream on your Facebook channel. No worries, no worries. It's really cool. Thank you very much. The more exposure we get, the better it gets, right? Cool. So, like I was saying, all these levels, we're gonna have to reevaluate these. Potentially, yeah. I think everything. This can go. This can go. This one, I'm going to keep it just for a little while longer, because on the 1 hour chart, it looks like we could be making a potential bullish divergence with both these areas, this area over here. So this would already be a first stop loss. If this breaks, potentially strong move to the downside, strong continuation. And then on the upside, the area that I want to measure off is going to be this one over here. Cool, so let's do this. Maybe we can first go over. Oh, this is the 3 hour chart. Jesus. See, I'm wicked tired. This is never a good sign. And wow, okay. Let's start off with the 1 hour chart because I think there are some very interesting things showing up on this chart. So, what am I talking about? Number one, this trend line over here got broken and now is being retested as a resistance area. It's also lining up with the EMA 55, which usually is a strong resistance or a strong support area. Uh, so yeah, this could be troublesome in the short term. Also, on what I see is actually that right here we are about to make a potential bearish divergence that can only be broken by breaking this local high. And usually this hints more to a dead cat bounce where we are going to see prices dip lower. But yeah, let's not shout wolf too early. Things can still turn around, but yeah, all in all, I think this chart looks rather weak. Even yeah, we do have a on the 1 hour chart, we do have a bullish divergence, potential bullish divergence with this area. But yeah, in order to confirm it, still same problematic. It is going to need to break the 60,000 area before we can actually scream for continuation and we can confirm this as a bullish divergence. Another way to confirm this as a bullish divergence would be actually to create a second bullish divergence where price is going to dip a little bit lower or vice versa, and then eventually break this level as a high. This could also give us a continuation signal. But yeah, for now, I think Bitcoin is getting topped out. I think yeah, when I look at this chart, just this continuation of 3 bearish divergences, then dip down below. We still have this level here as well as potential bullish divergence, but yeah, it's getting weaker and weaker as we look at it. So yeah, let's see, how are we going to analyze this for the short term. For the short term, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure off this area and see which levels, which range we can use to get this double, bottom or local bullish divergence, a confirmation signal, let's call it like this, to show us whether we can start thinking about buying the dip or just, letting hands off and letting it go. So let's measure this off. This is sitting at, let's call it 19.9 on the RSI. Let's do this, 19.9. Okay, Romy. So yeah, you are putting my stream on your page. I got that. I understood it. Thank you very much for the intent. And as you can see, I changed your name to administrator privileges. So when people are annoying, then you can kick them. How cool is that? Huh? So yeah, let's continue. Let's continue because I digress, and I'm gonna be distracted enough already with being so tired and all. So let's make a little box, and we are going from here down to 54,490. Hard. There we go. Yes. Jesus. There we go. Close enough. Okay, so this is your first potential area. Let's make it yellow. Good. Now, the other areas that we do have, because on the 1 hour chart, all this is already setting up for a bullish divergence. Okay, this is for the 1 hour chart, but the problem is that this has quite some history already. So I don't think the 1 hour chart is going to get this one right. Now let's look at this area over here. Let's see. Yeah, potentially, I would say, yeah, the range needs to get broken anyway. Let's see, maybe this one over here, that would be our local high. The last high of the 3 bullish, bearish divergences. So let's look at this one. 67.9. Let's do this, 67.9. And we got 58,900. So let's make another box. It's going to be boxes all over, I think. Yeah, let's just call it 59,000. There we go. All right, cool. So what does this mean? Basically, look at this. So when we look at this area, which already is in a potential bearish divergence, and we see how these boxes are overlapping, basically, this just means that this entire range here is a potential bad zone to be in. That's how I would call it. So let's make this one red, because red is bad. There we go. Now, entering this area and rejecting it, I do strongly believe that we are going to see some pressure down. Even without rejecting this pressure down, there is, in my opinion, I think, right now on the short term, much more potential for a pressure down than there is for a pressure to the upside. On the other hand, we do see the EMA 21 trying to curl over a little bit, but as you can see on a dead cat bounce, this also happens. Also, don't forget that we have crossed the what is it, the EMA 377, which is the purple one over here. So usually that means that we're not done dumping so far. So yeah, let's look for some other ranges on the higher time frames, because maybe those are going to be able to give us a little more information about what's to happen. And yeah, we got the 5-hour chart here. Maybe I would even like to go over to the 10-hour chart. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, so we have the local low over here sitting at 34.4. Let's see what it gives. And same thing, this it lines up with 54,500. So basically it just lines up with this top area of this box, with the bottom area of this box. So yeah, potentially I would say there still is a chance. There is a chance, however small it is, that Bitcoin will pull through. But remember, as soon as we are going to confirm breaking this area over here, sitting at 51,160 here on my chart. So, you know, this all depends on your exchanges and the charts that you're looking at. But as soon as we are breaking the low formed on March 25, this will be your first confirmation that we do have a lower low followed by a lower high. And usually, especially on a 10-hour chart, there's going to be quite some continuation. So breaking this area, I would be guesstimating down to 48,000, and maybe even further down. Then your next levels will be in the high 30s and the mid 30s. So there's quite a move that is still waiting to happen. So, you know, I wouldn't be ready to bet the farm just yet. But looking at these two boxes, it still offers quite some potential for a bullish divergence to happen. Now, let's look at the 5-hour chart, because maybe this one is going to be able to help us on this area over here. Let's see. Where is this leading? 68.3. 68.3. And this would be 60,800. So this is what the 5-hour chart tells us. So potentially for the 5-hour chart, we would need to see a new all-time high for a continuation to be confirmed. So something like this. If we can redo this, if there is something matching here. Basically, no, nothing is matching. Let's have a look at a trend line like this, maybe. Yeah, you really have to try way hard to make it work in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, maybe we could find some support over here in the yellow box area, somewhere around 56,000. You know, if you've been watching the channel for in the past few days, then you know that 5600 did come up quite a bit. But yeah, this red channel doesn't really have, this red box doesn't really have a lot of volume on the volume profile. So yeah, maybe 52,000 if we drop in here. But remember, as soon as we break the 51,200, let's round it off like this, then we are going to see lower lows, and we might be in for a prolonged downtrend. So yeah, be very careful. Let's have a look at the accumulation and distribution indicator, where we do see the accumulation, the accumulation actually leveling off a little bit. The peaks are getting lower and lower. We do see that the chart is actually rounding off a little bit, but you know, looking at what happened in the past, it's not always an indication that it's gonna keep going. Like over here, you see it go back up and then eventually come down again. Not very aggressively on the price action. It's actually not too bad. Let's see if we can find some other referenced areas in the past. Yeah, like over here. It led actually to just some sideways. Cool. Okay, fair enough. This thing is not going to help us too much. And let's see if we can see somewhere something over here on caretakers reverse. I keep forgetting the name of that indicator. It's just because I'm so tired. You know, yeah, let's call it the RTSI. I'm even dyslexic on top of that. This is what exhaustion gets you. Okay, for now we are still in the positive. But remember, as soon as this dips below the 0 line, actually it's going to go rather quickly. We cross below the 0 line at $57,000. Where are we at right now? 58,000 sharp, or more or less sharp. So yeah, let's look at the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart is actually sitting already below the 0 line. And yeah, usually once we dip below the 0 line, it, you know, it kind of sticks there sometimes. So yeah, be very careful. Over here, it says crossing above the 0 line for the 1 hour chart at 59,000. So yeah, we're stuck between two fires, and both are up and down $1,000 away. So yeah, my suggestion here on this chart would actually to be, yeah, like always, be careful and wait it out. Make sure that you see a confirmation. Potentially, there is some resistance sitting above our heads. So there is some resistance sitting above our heads at 58,750. So yeah, maybe if we get to break through this threshold, we could see a little bit of bouncy bounce and then continuation. But my bias would actually rather be to wait for either price to break through the red box over here at 59,845, or if you really just want to take the breakout where the momentum is going to pick up, then I would suggest waiting for 60,900 to hit, because once we break this, then there is going to be a strong continuation to the upside. And actually, even better would be to dip down below in this yellow box, find some support over here, maybe on one of these trend lines that we have here, and then start trending back up. I think these would be the three bullish scenarios that I could think of. So those are your areas that I suggest waiting for, either breaking above this line, either breaking above this box, which is the high of April 2nd, or actually rejecting somewhere here and breaking again outside of this box at about 56,700, give or take some differences, because you know, exchanges do have some different prices from time to time. So that is for Bitcoin. Those are the ranges that I would suggest trying to stick to. Maybe I can set some horizontal lines over here like this. And I'm going to set one over here as well, so that you can see the price ranges. Otherwise, you don't get the labels on the side of the chart. That would be a shame. Yeah, cool. Let's have a quick look at the Bitcoin dominance, because I haven't seen what is happening there. And yeah, like I said yesterday, I hate to say it like this, but you know, don't want to sound like that guy. But yeah, yesterday already we came to the conclusion that this was not going to recover quickly, and actually we are dipping further south. So actually good news for the altcoin market, because especially on the BTC pairing, most altcoins, like all the altcoins that I have in the watch list, actually are in the green. Even EOS is actually doing great. Like how amazing is that? Almost 10% up. Tron 11% up. This is beautiful. Compound 11%. Binance BTC 6%, 6.75% up. All right, this is actually rather nice. Even Cake BTC is also up. Cool. But remember, if the Bitcoin chart is dumping and you are getting green, you see that the dominance is also dumping, then sometimes you might try to reconsider and estimate whether whether you want to hold on to your altcoin in order to get more Bitcoin out of it, or if you are actually going for USDT, then sometimes it might just be better to let go, because you know, it's not always a given that a certain token is going to outperform Bitcoin that much. So yeah, for altcoins, that's usually what I have to say about them. I really like some projects. There are some projects that I think are worth actually hodling, but I'm not really day trading altcoins. Now, finally, I'm going to have a quick look at the dollar. And yeah, like I said yesterday, I keep saying that, like I said, the ranges have been met. Bearish divergence forming right here. Need to break this area for a continuation to come. We can maybe quickly measure which area this is. So 62.4. 62.4, and we would need to see 93.1 to get broken. So yeah, that's actually fairly doable. So yeah, 93.1, let's do something like this. Yeah, dollar could be looking strong again. Let's compare it to E-mini futures, because it's always the battle between those traditional markets and then what the dollar is actually doing. Let's have a look. So yeah, E-mini futures, same thing on the 1 hour chart, actually made a very strong case for continuation to the upside, potentially a little bit of a pullback, looking for support on either one of these nodes. Let's go over to the higher time frames, and same thing on the higher time frames. This is actually looking rather good. So let's compare this with the higher time frames on the dollar, and yeah, there you have it on the 10-hour chart. Actually, this potential bearish divergence has not been corrected yet. Actually, these areas, we do have potential bullish divergence again. Yeah, let's see what happens. Cool. So I'm gonna wrap up the video, then I will stay online for a little bit of Q&A. I see Saint Elmo made a few requests and stuff, so I'm going to look at these. But for all you viewers watching my video later after the fact, I thank you very much for watching. Remember to smash those likes, and if you want to be in the live stream, also remember to set the subscribe button and the bell notification. I'm working hard at my day job these coming 2 weeks, so potentially you know, the times at which I stream might be a little bit different. Just you know, I don't know my hours from beforehand, so you know, sometimes I just have to wing it a little bit. But yeah, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Same chart, same channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.